Memories play in our head like movies, always skipping to the good scenes and fast-forwarding the bad ones. In them we cherish our most valuable ones, like our first kiss, our first performance, to the day we turn older and the moments that grow fonder. We are taught to cherish every moment, because we don't know how many we have left. We expect to leave this world in a big manner, or big mistake, but sometimes they are as little as our own. Hey.
Hey, what's up? Are you still coming tonight?
Nothing much. I'm gonna be there. I just have to meet up with Luke's mom and help her with something.
Is it in Springville?
Yeah, it's up in Springville.
Well, you better drive safe.
Yeah, of course I'll be safe. When aren't I?
Or else you're gonna have to deal with me.
Okay. Alright. Bye. Maybe for some of you, there's a tomorrow, but only for some of us, there's a today.
The face of pure joy, seen only at certain moments in life. For some, it's during life's fastest moments. Others with the comfort of family, each the reflection of a special moment in time. Embrace those moments, share the joy, and drive your heart out. Experience the joy of a new car or truck, or the pride of your vehicle running its best. Available locally at Porterville Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We are here to bring you joy.
Sometimes I feel like a dead tree, about an ache down from my head down to my knees. I'm on my own and I ain't free, but that's alright by me, 'cause I've been around through some awful things, so what's one more? Can't let the silence get me down.
Hi, I'm Don Stover. I'm a Porterville Historical Museum board member, and I'm in charge of the model train show and toy show. And I wanted to show everyone what we are doing. We do this every year. Everything's put up every year, and it started 32 years ago.
So, what's the Underwater Train Society?
Underwater Train Society, this whole thing started as a Christmas model train show, but it was outside. And the first time they set this up, the first day they set this up 32 years ago, it rained. And so everything was kind of wrecked and they had to kind of start all over. But that didn't daunt the people that were here. And now we're 32 years later. And so they've always called themselves the Underwater Train Society. And most of those members are getting older and some have passed away. But we wanted to keep this running, so we put a lot of effort in it the last 2 or 3 years. This takes about 2 months to set up. It used to take about a month, but we've added some more gauges. And this train show has 8 gauges.
Why do you enjoy doing this every year?
Well, this is a labor of love. We do it every year in honor of those people that did it before us. And also one of our family friends, Bill Scruggs, who was a teacher at Portal High School, a shop teacher, he passed away, and that's when I kind of jumped in and said, we don't want to let this go. We want to make it better. And we also don't just fix trains here, we fix everything here. We've pretty much touched every wall, every room in this museum, outside and inside, in the last 2 or 3 years.
A day in the life of Stafford's. We have over 14 employees at Stafford's. We run our business 7 days a week now.
But yeah, I mean, this where are you going to go and find a gourmet chocolate shop in your hometown? It's just probably not going to happen. So we take this to a whole nother level as far as not only making the best product, but everything before and after that, as far as packaging. Everything has to be perfect, especially in the detail of everything, the placing of everything. So it's a big job, and you have to want to do a really good job for it to come out right. So we have to watch everybody like a hawk and make sure they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Super important. This morning they were making, we make marshmallow about every other day. So this This came with the store. Mr. Stafford had this, and it is called a Hobart, and it's probably, gosh, I don't know how old it is, but it's old. But it can whip up some marshmallow like nobody's business. So we have to have this. It's a great piece of machinery. Going on around here, it's a really special place, not just to work, but you know, just for people to come. You see he's dancing around behind me.
Well, I've always enjoyed karate, and after I got my black belt, my instructor was going to leave and close the school, and he asked if I wanted to take over, and so I didn't want the school to close. I had a lot of friends, and so I just started teaching, and that was in 1992, and I've been at it ever since. My name is Terry Baines, and I'm retired from the Department of Corrections, and right now all I do is teach karate. The name of the karate school is called Red Sun. I didn't name the school, my former instructor had named it, and I just took over after he left. But we went with Red Sun because that's the color of the Japanese flag, and our martial art is Shotokan Karate. It is from Japan, and so that's why we kept the Red Sun. Well, there's a lot of things I like about karate. First of all, it gives me an escape or a way to exercise and have fun. It's a lot of work. I've been doing it since 1980, so I've been at it a few years, but what I really enjoy about karate now is sometimes when I get students in, well, actually most of the time I get students in, they really don't know anything about the martial arts, and I just like to see their progress. You see students that struggle doing different techniques and different things, and then all of a sudden one day they can do it. And all I've done is shown them how, and they've turned around and made it to where they can do the technique. So that's where I get my enjoyment out of it. It's just a lot of fun seeing people excel in what they like to do. And thank you very much for watching. Ready? Switch feet. Okay. Switch feet, okay? There you go. Ready, here we go. Ready? Walk strong. Powerful move right here. Now, stay short. We're going to walk again. Ready? Knee. Ready? Silent. Walk to the mirror. And one more step with this hand, hit with the other. Ready? Strong. Ready? Strong. That's weak. Ready? Wait. Ready? Knee. Strong. Ready? Silent. Good, let's do it again. Ready? That looked better. Ready? Good. Hold that back steady. If you drop it down,
My name is Pete Biot. I work for Mangini Associates, architects in Visalia, California, and I am a construction administrator. My primary duties are to come out at the site weekly to monitor the progress, to make sure that the job is on track, and if there's any issues with the drawings or construction. I'm originally from Gloucester, Massachusetts, which is just north of Boston. I went to college in Boston at Wentworth Institute of Technology. I majored in architectural engineering. One of the most gratifying aspects of my position is seeing something in conception and seeing it all the way through to finished product. One project that comes to mind is in Lindsay, Jefferson Elementary School, where we took I don't know, 50-year-old school, 60-year-old school and modernized it. A couple of my current projects that I'm working on here on site at Bonanchi, two-story classroom addition, which will include science labs and classrooms. Porterville High, it's a very similar project there with two-story classroom addition that will also have science labs and classrooms. A couple of skill sets that are vital to this position is organizational skills and just a general overall knowledge of construction, how the process of construction works, and how the different materials work with one another. Best advice I can give someone that's interested in this field is, the field of architecture or construction that is try to fully understand how buildings are put together, how the construction process works, how materials work with one another. Try to think outside the box when finding solutions, and overall just have a general understanding of construction.
My name is Tanya Baker, and I'm a Leisure Services Supervisor for the City of Porterville Parks and Leisure Department. What we do here is we are public servants, where we do park reservations, we coordinate youth and adult sports leagues, so we're always accommodating the public to the fun activities that the city offers. So we have a lot of voicemails that we have to check, answering phones, helping customers at the window when they want to come reserve a park, register kids for sports or any types of classes that we offer. Emails, always check the Facebook. It's for marketing. I think the most challenging part of this job is being able to work with the public. You get all kinds of people coming through here. You have to know how to deal with them and not so much make them happy, but pretty much make them happy without making them angry or losing your own marbles. It's challenging. The most enjoyable thing about this job is my coworkers. We work in leisure services, so we leisure around a lot. We have a lot of fun here. We all get along. Everybody helps everybody. That's the most enjoyable part. And then the second most enjoyable might be pleasing the public, offering them fun things for them to do, things to do around the city. It's pretty rewarding when you go out in public and you've got little kids screaming, "Hi Coach, hi Tanya," and waving to them. It makes you feel good. You know they had a good experience with the city and you helped create that. So, education that would be useful for a job like this. We have, our director is has a BA in Recreation Administration. Another girl in our office has her BA in Communication. Mostly the thing that helps me out is on-the-job experience. Growing up in sports and student council in high school, I got some experience in coordinating events and obviously playing sports. I know what a sport takes to play it and to coach it, so that helps me in coordinating and coaching. I love my job. I think all of us around here would agree that we enjoy our jobs, and we would much rather be working here in this facility with these people rather than any other 9-to-5 job, or go sit behind a desk and not get along with your coworkers. We have a great time here, and it's a good time. But we're not hiring, so don't even try and get in where you don't fit in. I would like to add this: stay in school, just say no to drugs. Hopefully when you guys have a chance to decide what you want to be when you grow up, you're able to choose a job that is fun and rewarding for yourself, and it's something that you enjoy and you don't hate getting up every morning and going to work. So when it comes to that point in your life, choose something that you like doing, and it won't be like a job to you or a paycheck to you. It'll be fun and something that you enjoy doing, and your life will be so much better for it, that you enjoy your career.
My name is Frankie Olmedo. I am the pastor of the Porterville Iglesia Nazareno. Well, my job duties as a pastor is preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. Sunday mornings is a day that all believers come together, and that's where I'm here this morning on a Sunday morning, preparing for a lesson. And my duties is to prepare people with God's Word and to change their hearts. The church, we've done a lot of construction work here in the church that I participate in, and the church board gave me the blessing to volunteer with Porterville Area Coordinating Council. It's a community-based service that we help people in need, so I do that 5 days a week. And so as a child, the church took care of me, but as I grew older, I don't know if it was me or the church, but it just seems like I wasn't being fed. And one day a gentleman came to me and asked me, if I die today, are you going to heaven? Is a question that I got more involved. It wasn't something I was planning to become a pastor. It was the farthest thing in my mind to be a pastor. But God opened doors, and I just love working with children, and me and my wife were doing this for many years. And then our pastor, senior pastor, passed away, and the church asked if I would step in as an interim pastor, and I was there for a year. And I finally went to the church district, and I told the superintendent that, hey, this church needs a pastor. And I told him, I don't think I'm the pastor for this church. I think they need someone fresh, you know. And so in the last minute, I said, you know, if it's of the Lord, then put my name down, and we'll see what happens. And the church board voted me in. They wanted to keep me, and I've been here now as the senior pastor for 11 years, and in June it'll be 11 years. And so I've been blessed. There's been many more joyful times, but there's times of hard work, and so that goes with the job. We are all called to serve Christ and to draw closer to Him. And my job is to be a light. As many of us here in the church, we must have the passion to smile. And sometimes, you know, people don't want to do that because these people may draw closer to you, and that you don't want that. But you know, when you have Christ, you know, you say that, and it gives you an opportunity to share what you have in your heart and how you came out of that darkness, and now you serve a mighty God. God bless you.
Hi, my name is Javier Rodriguez. I'm an international floor installer. I've been installing floors for the last 25 years. We install all types of flooring, residential, commercial. We install carpet, we install hardwood floors, ceramic tile, laminate flooring. I chose to become a floor installer because of my family has been installing floors for the last 45 years. It has been a great career for them, and I enjoy the experience of different types of jobs. Every day it's a new job and it's a new experience, and you get to meet wonderful customers, and eventually they become friends.
Hola, soy Juan Luis Chávez y tengo 49 años y soy trabajador del campo. Tengo 32 años trabajando en el campo, piscando naranja, mandarina, limón, toronja, pomelo, olivo, pera, uva, durazno, almendra. Estas son partes de los trabajos que he realizado yo en el campo durante estos 32 años.
You see something that's wrong, correct it. We can all take part in serving our community. Hi, I'm Michael Smith with the California Highway Patrol, and I'm the Public Information Officer for the Porterville area of the California Highway Patrol, and our headquarters is in Sacramento. The California Highway Patrol was established in 1929 as a state agency to protect the motoring public up and down the entire state of California. I graduated from high school, went to college like most people do, or a lot of people do, and decided that I was going to go into the military. I wanted to travel. So I joined the United States Navy, and I traveled halfway around the world. And that was a wonderful experience. And I spent 10 years in the Navy. And at that point in time, I realized it's time to find something a little closer to home, something that doesn't travel as much. But I still had that desire to serve my community, to serve my country, to serve my state. And that's one of the reasons why I picked the California Highway Patrol. One of the things that really drew me to the Highway Patrol is that service-minded mentality. Let me start by telling you what the Highway Patrol does in general. So the role of the California Highway Patrol person is to make sure the motoring public is safe. It says so right on our doors, on the backs of our cars, in fact. It says safety, service, and security. And we protect state buildings, we do all of that. We arrest drunk drivers, we take accident reports, we write tickets, we make sure people are safe on the roadways. That's the job of the Highway Patrol. My job is just a little bit different. In my job, I'm the Public Information Officer for this area. And so what I do, exactly what it sounds like, I inform the public. Whether I go to schools, or I'm on TV, or I'm on the radio, or Facebook, I give the public information. Some of the information I give may be happy information, some of it not so much. And that's what I do. So on a daily basis, I may be at one school, I may be playing crossing guard, I may be reading to students. But all of that is to help build that community interaction, that community relationship with their local law enforcement and the Highway Patrol as a greater good. And if I can ask just one thing of somebody, and that one thing would be serve your community, whatever it is you do. If you're walking down the street and you see a piece of trash, pick it up. That's a service to the community.
Well, my name is Mike Boudreaux, and it's spelled B-O-U-D-R-E-A-U-X. My title of my position is Sheriff of Tulare County. It's an elected position. Years ago when I started this position, I never dreamed that I would eventually make the rank of sheriff, which is elected by the people. I started when I was 19 years old with the Sheriff's Office. My dad was with the Sheriff's Office for 30 years. So I always knew that I wanted to get into the field of law enforcement, because of the inspiration that my dad gave to both of his boys. You know, my job is very transparent. I keep it transparent. I make sure people on all levels know what I do. Well, I'm very active in the community. People know that. My job deals with millions of dollars worth of a budget. Most people know that. And so I don't think there's confusion in my position, but what people don't know is that I balance a family with that as well. Not only do they see me in the public life, but I'm a family man too, and the balance of the two becomes very challenging, and if you don't have a supportive family, it can become very, very difficult. I'll tell you, since I've taken office, I would challenge you to go look at our webpage, go take a look at our Facebook. We are the cutting edge in innovation. I promised when I came into office that we would use cutting edge innovation, technology, better ways of performing law enforcement to protect the communities that we serve. We have smart water CSI, we have body cameras on our officers, we have canines in the jails, we have drones that we're working and using on patrol. We have all these cutting edge innovations that we are moving the agency into the future. But more importantly, I think that when you talk about equipment and technology, one thing that we've changed since I've been in office, the culture of who we are, is that we want to be involved in our community. I treat it like a business. You are my customer. I want you to be happy with the business that you chose. So I can't wait to see what year 4 holds. I already have a couple of ideas on what I want that vision to be. But I think that you have to be creative, and you have to walk the walk, and you have to be innovative. But more importantly, don't let people become stale. If they become stale, they become complacent. If you become complacent, you make mistakes, and we don't want mistakes. Law enforcement here in this county really cares. And I think it's true in the state of California. I think it's true across this nation. So just understand that we care about you as much as you care about us.
My name is Dee Dee, and I am part owner with my husband and my daughter in RGW Impressions, which is a engraving, gift, embroidery, vinyl business we've been in business for 18 years. The challenges of owning a small business is the list is very long. Probably at the top of the list, the most important challenge that you always have to try and meet with every single order, whether it's $10 or whether it's $1,000, and that is earning and then keeping the trust of your customers, because it really your business is about developing relationships. It's not about making a sale, because you can sell to one person, but having them continue to come back with different projects or when they represent different entities, that's how you're going to grow the business. Those are kind of the forefront challenges in keeping the doors open, is maintaining your customers and and keeping their trust. Some of the benefits of owning a small business are, well, you get to meet a lot of people for sure. People of all walks of life in the community. They could represent a business. They could just be coming in for a personal project. You get to meet, a lot of people in your community that you may not have otherwise met. I think the first day I set foot in a retail store as an owner was 14 years ago. My husband ran the business before that. I didn't really know anything about, except how to balance a checkbook. I didn't know anything about design. I didn't know anything about the products. I knew people, and I knew I had a good eye for putting information and things together. I had an eye for that sort of thing. And that's really how I started out. And it has just been years and years of experience and paying attention to other marketing items that taught me how to design certain things and to fill a space with information. And there's a fine line between not enough information in a space and too much information. And I think I've kind of bridged that gap. And overall, over the years, people have been very pleased with how I've been able to put things together, or how my husband or my daughter have designed something or made a product that they wanted. I'd like to say that my favorite part of what we do here at RGW is meeting people, making new friends, but I really do like the whole creativity, the design end, bringing in clip art and really making something that somebody goes, wow, that's not what I expected, or it's so much more than I expected. I'd have to say that those are probably my two favorite things about what I do in here every day.
name is Annabelle Garcia. I'm a utilization review nurse with case management at Sierra View Medical Center. On a daily basis, we try to help people discharge home in a safe manner. That way they can get home and not have to come back into the hospital. I started here at Sierra View Medical Center about 10 years ago as a floor nurse on our medical surgical unit. I love doing floor nursing, and now that I'm here in case management and utilization review, it's a different aspect of nursing where I'm seeing the patients during their stay, but also helping them during their discharge. The reason I changed my job description, it's still nursing, but we're more intensely involved with the discharge part of the patient from going home from the hospital. So we also provide the patient with a health profile, and it helps them with their discharge instructions where they can follow them at home to provide a safe discharge. With each patient, it's a different discharge plan, so it does require some of our teamwork because they may need some social working. They may also need our chaplaincy, which we all benefit as working as a group for the patient. The patient interaction we have is very valuable because we get to know what the patient's needs are besides just equipment. They also have like that social need that they require and what keeps them from coming into the hospital again. I know we want them to come in, but we also want them to stay out of the hospital. I knew I wanted to do nursing when I entered into high school. I knew that I wanted to help people in a way that was different from any other, and nursing has fulfilled that. What I enjoy most about my job is seeing the patient recover, and also when they tell us that we have done a good job here at the hospital. I always knew that I wanted to do nursing because of the rewardings that you get from this job, and also the fact that you get to help people. But another career that I've also wanted to do was Broadway singing, but you know, there's so much competition out there. The most valuable reward I get out of this job is seeing the patients getting home in a safe way, and also the smiles on their faces. My advice to anyone wanting to enter a career in case management here at Sierra View is to understand if you really want to be a people person, because you do require a lot of patience, hard work, and to understand what is going on with someone else.
My name is Anita Alvarado, and I am a cosmetologist. I've worked here at Reflections Hair Salon for 5 years. I attended Monachi High School and graduated in 2001. I attended Porterville College for 3 semesters, but then I went to beauty school for 13 months, and that was 6 years ago. Here at the shop, we do hair colors, anything that has to do chemicals, has permanents, highlights, anything that has to do with bleach, hair color. We do haircuts for sure. We have a girl that does nails. Me personally, I love doing more hair colors. We also do facial waxing. We're from Tuesday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. We go to lunch whenever we have time, whenever we are available between clients. And Saturdays we open from 10 till 3 p.m. What I like most about my job is that to work in this industry, you have to have a passion for it. So it doesn't really feel like a job. It feels like you come and you do what you love to do at work. So that's the best part of it. When I was a kid, I grew up with 5 sisters. So it was easy to, you know, playing around with their hair and doing our own hair for special events, or even experimenting colors on ourselves. So once I grew up, I was like, I think this is what I have a passion for it. So I decided to go to beauty school. The person who inspired me to go to beauty school was actually my sister. And because of her, we went to beauty school and we've been working together ever since for 6 years. The advantage of working here is that I am self-employed, so since I'm a mother and a wife, it really works out pretty good because when my kids are, I have little ones, so when they're sick or I'm sick, it's really easy just to go ahead and get the day off and do my role of mother, and a wife. So being self-employed is pretty cool. Ever since, I love my job.